Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for another video. I know it's been a while, but I thought, hey, you know what, better time to make a video than the NFL playoffs. That's weird because I've never done like NFL content on this channel besides for a few Madden videos, but might as well. So here we are. I have a playoff bracket. I'm just going to do a few of my predictions, a few of my thoughts on the playoffs, a few stuff like that. I just thought it'd be fun because I'm really into football and I think it's fun to do vids on it, so that's what I'm doing today. Let's get right into the predictions. So I'm just gonna start off on the NFC side of things with the. I mean, it's not the first game that you see the first game that's actually airing is the Raiders Bengals one, but the Buccaneers and the Eagles. And I think that the Eagles are the only team in this entire bracket which doesn't necessarily have a chance to go to the big game. I mean, maybe besides the Steelers. The Eagles snuck their way into the playoffs just like my Bears did last year. They're a team that really doesn't deserve to be there. They've worked hard, sure, but they're a team that I would not rank as a playoff team. And I do think that the Eagles just are not very good. I get that they have like a good defensive line. I get that their O-line is not half bad. Jalen Hurts is doing some good stuff. And I really like some of the receivers too. And I think Nick Sirianni is doing a great job. But against Tom Brady in the playoffs at home, I just can't go against the Buccaneers in this one. I think it's actually not. It's not. I don't think it's even gonna be close. I think that they're gonna crush the Eagles. The Eagles are not a good team, and I think that the Buccaneers are much better. So they're gonna take this game. They're gonna win it, and go to wherever they go based on the other games. Next, I'm just going to go in the order of, like, the seeds. So now we have 49ers at Cowboys. This is going to be a great game. I'm really interested to see this matchup because I think both of these teams are very, very good in their own different ways. The Cowboys' offense is great, but their defense has been surprisingly good this year with, Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs. It's been a really, really good team. And I think Jimmy Garoppolo is really going to struggle against that defensive line and that secondary. And I think it's going to be a big struggle for him. I don't think that they're going to be able to run the ball very well. I think that this is good. But, like, also on the flip side of things, I think Dak Prescott is going to struggle against the 49ers. You have, like, Nick Bosa. You have their good secondary. So it's both teams with with like good strengths and like weaknesses, and I think it's going to be a great clash. Now, what this one is going to come down to is the fact that the Cowboys are at home, and in AT&T Stadium gets kind of crazy, during this time of year, during playoff time, and I think that's going to kind of shock the 49ers, and I think that the Cowboys are going to come home with a pretty. It'll be close, but I think the Cowboys well throughout the game is just going to be obviously the better team, and they're going to come away with a pretty good win here in that one. And next, finally, the final wild card game in the NFC is the Cardinals at the Rams. This is going to be a really, really good game. I'm very excited for this one because you have the Rams with their amazing defense and the Cardinals with their explosive offense, and I think it's going to be a really, really good game. However, I just think that the Rams defense is going to cause Kyler Murray some issues. I think his style of play with the big explosive plays is going to be kind of stopped because of the Rams up front defense and their secondary with Jalen Ramsey. I just think it's going to be hard for Kyler Murray to do anything. And Matt Stafford is kind of an inconsistent quarterback. But I just don't like the Cardinals defense. It's in LA, which isn't like the greatest fan base, but still you got some fans in there. I'm going the Rams. I don't even think it's going to be that close. I think it'll be a 7 to 10 point game, and the Rams are going to come away with the win in that one. Heading over to the AFC, you have the Chiefs at the Steelers. That was the wrong one. Steelers at the Chiefs. That would be weird. Anyway, Steelers at Chiefs, and this one I'm not even going to talk about it for that long. Chiefs are definitely going to win this one. Believe me, guys, I would love to see Ben Roethlisberger go on a final run after a tough season and coming away with like a big Super Bowl run, maybe, or like just going deep into the playoffs. But it's just not going to happen when you're going into Patrick Mahomes' house in in Arrowhead, some of the most passionate fans in all of the NFL. It's loud, it's cold. Steelers are just gonna be kind of shocked. I mean, not shocked because their fan base is also loud. It's also cold in Pittsburgh. But I think, Ben Roethlisberger and his short passes and him being kind of inaccurate and, their like running game kind of stuttering late here. I think that the Steelers defense will keep up really good with, Mahomes. But at the end of the game, it's going to become clear that, Mahomes is the obvious winner. He is going to win this game. I don't think it's going to be that close. I think that the NFL having a 7th seed is kind of stupid anyways, because in no scenario do I ever see a 7th seed ever beating a 2 seed. It does not make it more interesting. It just makes it annoying, and then it removes a bye. But you know what? That's okay. It's just like a nice win to get you back into things, and then you're home again next week. But the Chiefs going to come in with a pretty good victory in that one. And next we have Patriots at Bills. This is gonna be one of my favorite games to watch in the year. I love defensive battles, tough physical games in cold weather. That's my kind of football, and that's what this is going to be. You have the Patriots, you have the Bills. The Bills are a team that wants to be the Chiefs, but just doesn't have as much as the Chiefs do. And now the Bills do have a better defense, but it's definitely fallen off since last year. And Josh Allen not playing his best football as of late. Stephon Diggs good, but not as good as he was last year for sure. And the Patriots have also kind of stuttered late here in the season. But I just think that Bill Belichick in the playoffs against a defensive opponent he's played for so many years, it's ridiculous. I think he's going to figure out Josh Allen and all of his weaknesses. They won in Buffalo earlier in the year, and yes, I know that the Bills beat the Patriots a few weeks ago, but I just don't care. I think in Buffalo in the playoffs, Bill Belichick will be at his best. He'll be studying this week all week. He is going to beat them. It'll be really close. It'll be very defensive. But I can't go against the Patriots in the playoffs at this point with, Mac Jones having a great season and that amazing running game. Patriots are going to pull off a little bit of an upset here in the Bills Stadium. Next, we have the Raiders at the Bengals. Now, this game's going to be... Actually, never mind. It's not going to be that good because the Raiders being the 5 seed is just kind of weird because they were wanting to be the 7 seed, and now they're the 5 seed, which is kind of weird, which is weird to think about. But the Raiders, I love the run they've been on. I'm really glad that a interim head coach got into the playoffs. That's a very cool story. Derek Carr's good. They have some good defensive weapons, which will cause some trouble for Joe Burrow. But Joe Burrow beat the Chiefs. He's not going to lose to the Raiders in his own house with very passionate Cincinnati Bengals fans wanting their first playoff win. I think they're finally going to put it all together in the playoffs and win against the Raiders. The Raiders are a good team, but I just don't think they have what it takes in Cincinnati to beat the Bengals. It'll be a close game. It will. I mean, it won't be that close, but I think the Bengals are the better team in this one. Going back to the NFC for the divisional round, I'm going to start off with the Cowboys at the Buccaneers. I'm very excited for this game. I am very excited for it. We saw it in week 1, but things are kind of different now because the Cowboys have gotten a stronger defense and a better offensive game plan, while the Buccaneers have lost some weapons. And I think that this is actually kind of a bad matchup for the Buccaneers. However, it is Tom Brady in the playoffs in his home stadium. I do think that the Cowboys are the better team, and if this game was played in AT&T Stadium, the Cowboys would win. But we're in Tampa Bay. It's Tom Brady. I just can't go against him in this round, and I think that it will be a great offensive battle. I think both defenses are going to struggle against 2 amazing quarterbacks and against 2 great coaches and great game plans. But the Buccaneers are just gonna do it. I think that they're gonna come down with this win. It won't be easy, but they're gonna do it, and they're gonna go on to the NFC Conference Championship for the 2nd time in a row. Next, we have the Rams at the Packers. This is going to be a good game. I mean, I know not that good because I think that the Packers are going to win. I'm going to put that right now, but here's why. So it's again Matthew Stafford has played in Lambeau Field a lot. I don't think that the weather will shock him. He's played in the elements before. It's just all of the other players who I think will be shocked by being in, Lambeau Field. And like Matt Stafford, that he got pretty much crushed by the Packers early in the year. It was not a blowout, but it wasn't like it wasn't a close game by any means, really. And I think that Aaron Rodgers is statistically very good in the divisional round. He's in Lambeau Field for the first time in the playoffs with a bunch of fans, because last year there were not as many fans. Matt Stafford is better than Jared Goff, but actually not by as much as we thought coming into the season. I think he's going to struggle against a Packers defense which is very upfront, and Aaron Rodgers is just going to keep making throws to Devontae Adams. Things are just going to come together, and the Packers are. I think this might be a 14 to 10 point game. It's not going to be a good game for the Rams, and I think that the Packers are going to come down with it and win in this one. The AFC for the divisional round, we have the Bengals at the Chiefs. This is going to be a great game, and I am very excited for it because early in the year, in the later part of the season, we saw this game, but it was in Cincinnati, and that was a great game. It was offensive, but it was also some defense, and it came down to the final moments. It was crazy, it was insane, and I loved watching it. However, now it is an Arrowhead Stadium. That changes a lot in terms of because Arrowhead Stadium is the loudest stadium besides Seattle, and with these passionate fans, all the Mahomes jerseys, all the fans screaming, it's the playoffs now. They're home, and Joe Burrow will put up a fight. I think in the playoffs, Zach Taylor as the coach is going to be very good. Jamar Chase is going to just light up people. But it's the Chiefs, and they've been very good in the divisional round. In fact, they've never lost the divisional round with Patrick Mahomes as their quarterback. They've only been in it I think 3. Yeah, they've been in it 3 times in a row, and they've won all 3. So I'm just not going to go against him in this round at home. And the Bengals, I think, have a chance to win the Super Bowl next year if they do a good draft. But the Chiefs, they're just going to win this year, and I don't think there's much denying that. Why this is so dumb. There's this ad on my way. Stop saying this ad. Can you? This is so dumb. This is so. I can't click on anything. All right, we are back. But anyway, the Chiefs are gonna play a great game today. I'm very excited to see this matchup, and that's gonna be a great game. And it'll be very close. It will come down to the wire and who has the ball. I think that the Chiefs are going to have the ball in this one. Next, we have a good divisional round in Tennessee with the Patriots up against the Titans. This is going to be a tough, physical game, and I actually don't know how cold it is in Tennessee, but I don't think it's that cold. Anyway, I think that the Patriots style of defense with Bill Belichick is going to be very good. They're going to be up front, and they're going to stop that play action, that run style offense that the Titans love to play. And Mac Jones is going to struggle a bit because, again, it's just tough being in Tennessee. But I think that their running game is going to do great on the Patriots side of the football. I think Mike Vrabel against Bill Belichick. I think Mike Vrabel is just going to struggle, a bit against his former master. And I'm going to go Patriots in this one because I just think Bill Belichick in the playoffs is a very dangerous kind of team. And with this matchup, I just don't like Tennessee's offense against the Patriots defense. So I think it'll be close, but I'm just not too high on the Titans as a team. I think they're definitely not the best team in the AFC. They're not deserving of the number 1 seed by any means. They just got it because of an easy division, and I think that they're gonna have a hard time. They're gonna have a hard time this one, and I don't think it's gonna be an upset because the Titans, I don't think, will be expected to win this game. I think the Patriots are the better team, and they're just gonna win pretty not easily, but it's not gonna be hard by any means. And now back to the NFC for the conference championship game. We saw this game last year, and it's going to be a pretty insane game again this year. You have the Buccaneers coming into Lambeau Field, except there is one difference this year, and that is that there are more fans in Lambeau Field now because, obviously, last year fans where there was not full attendance, which is going to make a difference, because like now fans are louder, it's more intimidating. You're going into a field with a bunch of people, and the Packers have just improved in every way possible. They have had a better run game this year. Aaron Rodgers has been just as good, if not better. He's been on par with Davante Adams. This team, I mean, their like defense has actually been pretty good, and Tom Brady, I think that despite being a better seed, the Buccaneers have kind of regressed a bit this season, because they've lost Antonio Brown, and now they're losing Chris Godwin. Like, I think that they're going to come in right off the cusp of losing to the Cowboys, and I think that they're going to be kind of in a situation where they're just not ready to go into this like Packers Stadium and win again. And it'll be close, but I don't think it's going to be as close as most people think it's going to be. And I think that the Packers are going to win by 7 points. I really do, because I just think that the Buccaneers, I get it's Tom Brady in the playoffs, but he doesn't have Bill Belichick now. And I think that he's not going to have the defense that he thinks he has. And he's going to come in and is going to be beaten by the Packers fairly easily, but not that easily, because again, it's Tom Brady. He's going to keep it close, but the Packers are just the better team. And guys, Tom Brady is not automatic in the playoffs. Like, he's lost conference championships before. He's lost wild card games before. He's not always going to win, and I think this is one of these years where he's just not going to win. This game is a repeat of the 2018 AFC Championship game, and I think it's going to be a different kind of game this year. I think that the Chiefs offense is going to struggle at the first part against Mac Jones and that Patriots offense. I think it's going to be very, very difficult for them to do this. And I think that the Chiefs, but I also think Mac Jones in Arrowhead is going to be kind of shocked by just the pure amount of people there, and just by the pure, I mean, he wasn't there earlier this season and won, but the Chiefs are a different team now, and I think the Patriots have kind of lost some stride. They will be on a roll, but so will the Chiefs with just the same amount of wins now, and I think the Chiefs are just the better team. I really do, and I get it's Bill Belichick, but he doesn't have Tom Brady now. He has Mac Jones. Mac Jones is not perfect. He's a rookie, and I just don't see him winning the conference championship this time around. It'll be kept close. I just don't see the Patriots winning this one. And now we are on to the Super Bowl. The Packers and the Chiefs fighting it out. This is the matchup we all wanted: Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. And this is going to be a great game. I really do think that both defenses are not really going to show up. It's going to be an offensive I think it's going to be an offensive shootout with Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes both making insane plays. It's going to be an awesome game, and we're all going to want to see it. We're all going to love to see it. Except me, I'll be wanting both teams to lose because I don't like the Chiefs or the Packers. But anyways, I'll still enjoy watching it. But I just think that this is the Packers' year. I think Aaron Rodgers is just systematically in the system and stuff. I think he's a better quarterback, and I think that Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he's still young and he has lots of room left to grow still. And I think that this Chiefs team has just been a little off this year. They have not been as good, and this Packers team, they're just better. And I think that they're going to win this game because Aaron Rodgers is just going to make a few more throws. He's just going to land a few more of those accurate shots. He's not going to throw as many interceptions. He's just going to play a cleaner game, and I think that's what it's going to come down to. And I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to win this game in the Super Bowl, get his second ring. And as painful as it is to say, I predict that the Packers are going to be the Super Bowl winner this year. And it'll be a fun playoffs. This year has been one of the closest years ever. Like there's no standout best team. But I think if I were to choose a standout best team, I'd choose the Packers. And that's all I have to say about that one. So there you have it. Packers Super Bowl winner. I hope you guys enjoyed this playoff bracket. I don't know if you guys agree or not. But you guys probably won't because everyone has their own opinion and is entitled to it. However, these are my picks. I know some guys will say, "Oh, the Steelers are gonna beat the Chiefs, and the Eagles are gonna beat the Buccaneers, and the Raiders are gonna beat the Bengals." But like that, we're all gonna have those people. We all have our own opinions, and I think we all need to respect that. But yeah, if you guys disagree on a choice I made, feel free to say in the comment section. I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts. And I'd love to talk with you about it. But anyway, that's me on my, I mean, I would have posted this on my main channel, but I just didn't think it was appropriate because I've never talked about football on my main channel. So I think it was a perfect thing for me to do on my second channel as a fun little upload. But yeah, this is Red Yellow King bonus signing off. I'll see you all in the next one. Oh, just a little sneak peek. I have a face reveal planned in late April or like mid-April, somewhere along there on my main channel, and then content will start rolling up again. Anyway, goodbye, guys.